Welcome to Module 10. It's now time to collect results of the work you've done this school year. We'll be collecting results from the pre- and post-tests you used with the classroom lessons and small group you created in Module 5 and delivered to students, and from the student outcome goals you identified back in Module 2, including your Closing the Gap goal. We'll start with entering results from your classroom lessons and from your small groups. In Module 10, you will see the option to collect classroom lesson and small group results in Step 2. Here you will see a list of all of the lesson plans for both classroom lessons and groups that you have entered in the Ramp Ready system. If you plan to apply for Ramp, lesson plans that you identified to include with your Ramp application back in Module 5 will have an orange circle next to them. You will want to make sure to enter results for these lessons if you plan to apply for Ramp. Once you selected the lesson you wish to enter results for, you will see an entry for the date you delivered the lesson or started the group and the number of students who actually participated. You'll notice the number of anticipated students is displayed. This number comes from your original lesson plan you created back in Module 5. Here you are filling in how many students actually participated. So, for instance, you may have anticipated 10 students being in your group, but only 7 agreed to participate. You will also need to identify the desired or best response for your pre-post test questions. In this example, where we ask students if they feel welcome at school, we want to see students respond definitely out of all of the response options. The response definitely is therefore the most desired response, which we then select as shown here. We then enter our actual results. Here you will type in the total number of student responses for each response item for both the pre-test and the post-test. If you need to go back and look at your original lesson plans, you can easily do so by clicking on the Open This Lesson or Open This Unit for a unit of lessons or small group in purple at the top of the results entry. If you need to add more data, simply click on the Add More Data option below. This might happen if, for example, you delivered the same lesson to multiple classrooms on different dates and collected the results from each of these classes separately. You'll now see an option to enter more results for the same lesson or unit of lessons. Finally, you will see 2 reflection questions. These are the questions that ASCA asks in their Ramp application. ASCA wants to know how did the specific content of your lessons, that is what you chose to teach to students, help students attain or get closer to attaining the mindset or behavior your lesson addressed. So, in our example, how did teaching students about making friends and feeling welcome at school help them gain a sense of acceptance, respect, support, and inclusion for self and others in the school environment? ASCA also asks you to reflect on how you might adjust or change the lesson next time to help improve it. Next, we'll look at entering results for our annual student outcome goals we set for the year back in Module 2. In Module 10, you will see the option to collect student outcome goal data in Step 3. You will see the student outcome goals you created along with the baseline or starting number for each of your goals. Here you will enter the date of when you collected your results for your goal, in this example, at the end of the school year. Next, enter your actual results. Be sure you are using consistent data, that you're comparing apples to apples. For example, with our goal here, we were looking at reducing the percentage of 8th grade students failing the state standardized math assessment. Originally, 47% of 8th graders were failing. The result we need to enter is the percentage of 8th graders who failed the state math assessment this year. If our starting data from our goal are reported as a percentage, as it is here in this example, then our result data also need to be reported as a percentage. Alternately, if our starting data are reported as a total number of students, then our result data also needs to be reported as a total number. If you chose to use other outcome data in some of your lesson plans, you'll be able to enter those outcome results here. You will need to enter your baseline or starting point and when it was collected, as well as entering the dates and data of your actual results. In Module 10, you will also have the opportunity to answer the reflection questions for your Closing the Gap results report. Remember that if you decide to apply for Ramp, you'll be required to answer in-depth reflection questions. We encourage you to be thoughtful working through the reflection questions provided in our system, as it will help you with your application process. Finally, you will share all of your results with your advisory council during your spring meeting. Our Ramp Ready system will generate easy-to-interpret graphs of your results that you can share with your advisory council in a PowerPoint presentation or meeting handout, and ultimately upload with your Ramp application if you plan on applying for Ramp. For now, your tasks to complete are 1. Enter the results from your pre- and post-tests for your classroom lessons in small group. Most importantly, these should be the results for your lessons that you plan to submit to ASCA with a Ramp application. 2. Enter the results of your annual student outcome goals. 3. Share all results with your advisory council during your spring meeting. Have your council members discuss their reactions to the results, and be sure to seek their feedback. You can prompt discussion by asking council members to consider what these results mean for the counseling program, looking ahead to next school year. Be sure to record all discussion from the meeting in your advisory council meeting minutes. Thanks for watching. As always, we are available for individual support through email, phone, text, or online with Zoom. If you need support, just reach out by calling or texting or by emailing me at amy@inspiresuccess.org.